I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P, and a lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Hey, I was trying to remix a little bit. What up, what up, what up? What's the good word? Good to see y'all, man. Welcome to the program. This is Let's Go Live, man, with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and you are now officially live. Let's go! Let's go! Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios. I appreciate it, Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian. Shout out to you and yours, you know what I mean? Godcast. Let's go. Hey, we made it, man. We back and on time. Look, what a difference a day makes. You just never know. You got to go with the flow. It's called professionalism. It's what I've been doing for a really long time. So I'm pretty okay at it. You know what I mean? How y'all feeling, man? We do each and every Monday through Friday. Lord willing, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. And shout out to everybody on the West Coast watching right now and worldwide. Appreciate you. First timers, what up? Good to see you. If this is your first time, this is a live program, something like a podcast. Different than anything else that you could currently be watching. And at the same time, the same. We are 100% funded by viewer support, by viewers like you. Let me put that up there and say that, because without you, we are nothing. We are stagnant, and we ain't going places. So if at any time during the show, you hit a moment, feel good or otherwise, something thought-provoking or funny, you hear that, go ahead and shoot us something, man. $ Lamont King 06. Cash App is wide open, and also we look forward to you joining our patronage at the Patreon. Mr. Lamont King is the year for the Patreon. We got quite a few. We got about 2,000 subscribers, man, who subscribe on a monthly and get all the content first. They get all the high replay value shows first. bonus clips, full episodes, all of the above. We'd love to see you over there. All right, so let me go back to something real quick. Let's talk about our longest running sponsor. They called me the other day, man, and dropped a holiday special on me. You know what I'm saying? A holiday special. Do we have holiday special music? We do? Which one? This one? Holiday special courtesy of Drunken Fruit. And here's what it is. Let me tell you what it is. So what's happening right now, especially for you in your area, whatever area that is, especially in the DMV area, what we have is a 10% off all bundles when you mention Let's Go Live with Lamont King. Now you say, well, what is a bundle? Well, the bundle is Drunken Fruit Duos, 2 4-ounce containers there. And then you have the bundle, the trinket bundle, what it's like four of the little 4-ounce things you can sample, try different flavors. It's amazing. So for more information, 10%. What I need you to do, if you're interested, don't play with them though. Listen, this ain't play. This ain't games. Like Royce the 5'9" say, play with somebody else. Shoot them serious inquiries only. Menu and pricing, please send an email to inquiries@drunkenfruit.com. Oh, wait a minute, can y'all hear me? Oh yeah, you can hear me. So yeah, there's that. I got a new feature right there. I was allowed to put that picture up and not even see myself. New shit. That's this. Whenever you hear that, it's a sale coming. So from now on, that's gonna be our sale, something special. What do we have? What do we have today? Okay, Drunken Fruit bundles, holiday bundles, 10% off when you mention Let's Go Live with Lamont King. All right, easy enough. All right, there's that. How's your day, man? Let me put the number up here too, in case you want to jump in on the conversation at some point. That's what it is. Peanut Gallery, what up? Returning viewers and supporters, I appreciate y'all. Oh, we got some people that donated some money recently. Hold on, stand by. Because without you, we're nothing. Also, our executive producer, Mr. Clarkson in Studio G. I forgot to shout him out on the technicals down the hall. And John Watson from All Fun and Games. On Fridays, our New York bureau chief. Shout out to you. All right. Quite a few things to talk about in the news today, man. A lot of opinions jumping around. What y'all doing in the stock market, man? It's the ebbs and flows are real. I want to know what y'all doing. Maybe somebody come on and give me some tips. I'm still learning, man. I was playing around with so I got a Robinhood and I just opened up a Fidelity account. Can anybody tell me if I can transfer my entire portfolio from Robinhood to Fidelity? Is that a thing? I've been watching YouTube, but I'm like fatigued. I got YouTube fatigue. I want to know if I can just move all I'm gonna do. I got to sell them off, the stocks that I have, cash out, close the account, and then switch it. I don't know. I need somebody to tell me, because Robinhood. Shout out to them. I think they're black owned. Appreciate what they've done for me. As a novice investor, I've invested well over $10 on Robinhood. I think I'm ready to go to the next level and put about $12 more dollars into the stock market, because I'm eyeballing some stocks that are really volatile right now. And I want to make that move. And they say there's, in real time, there are other platforms that are a little more better for savvy investors like me. So there's that. Oh, wait a minute. You said the sound was low? You couldn't hear there's a special? We're running a special. You couldn't hear that? Oh, okay. All right. What you not going to hear? You can't hear the sound effects? What's happening? You ain't hear Can you hear that? Oh, okay. So what you talking about? All right. Shout out to a cutie pie in the peanut gallery. Good to see you. Very quiet today. I know you see it. Peep the color scheme. I won't really get into it that much. I've been boycotting football, but this color scheme spoke to me after watching the Pittsburgh Steelers game, and I went and found this, and I was like, oh, I haven't worn that in a while. So the color scheme really, you can't hear no sound effects. What about me? Can you hear me? Oh, wow. Let me cut this off and cut it back on. Y'all ain't hit the intro music? What about now, though? All right, what about, I'm going to push through, of course. Today is not going to be like yesterday. Yesterday was a little different. That was a one-of-a-kind day. All right, I just reset the thing. Let me know if you hear it. Can you hear that? That's our holiday discount. We're running a sale sound effect. Can you hear it? Oh, this is terrible. All right, I'm going to keep it moving. That had so many sound effects lined up, too. Anyway, 10% Drunken Fruit. Go to the website. All right, so listen. Let me that's terrible. I don't even know what like should be happening right now. All my cables are in. I got all my G's up. Oh well. We'll push through. Oh, how about refresh? Maybe if I refresh it. Stand by. Play the music again. Let's go back to let's get the beginning. All right, thumbs up if you can hear the intro song. Are we back? Okay. Because any excuse to play it. Okay. I just hit refresh. I guess, yeah. All right, there we go.
Today I got time, cuz.
Okay, let's go through.
Suck your mother.
Okay.
2 times.
All right.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
All right, got to run this test.
You know, you get D's and everything.
Got to run the diagnostic. You feel me?
How did they smell?
Okay, good. All right, we're good to go. I've been playing the applause like the whole time, and y'all ain't hear it. All right, so here's the sale. Whenever you hear this, we're running a special. Here's the discount: 10% Drunken Fruit. When you mention, send them an email that sends you the inquiries. They'll send you the menu and the pricing, and say, "Oh, this is what I want. I saw your product on Let's Go Live with Lamont King. We're running a special." That's the discount harp. That's the discount harp. Okay. All right, here we go. Now we back. Now, because we wasn't gonna move forward because I don't want to compromise the show. We got trending topics, celebrity interviews, hilarious commentary, interesting people, and we got at least 2 of those coming today. So let's just get into it, man. It's about that time. I told them to be on standby around this time anyway. So let's get straight to it. So Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is I tried to do a little research. He's got a bit of a following, but he recently went viral on World Star Hip Hop last week. Because of a clip from one of his previous shows, so I'm imagining he does a podcast. It's a live show actually, so I don't want to take away from it, but he archives it on YouTube. It's Kevin Samuels, do your Googles. And so he had a young lady call his show on a day where apparently he normally doesn't take calls from women. He's some type of fashion maven, style guru. He works at like a perfume makeup counter. He's a personal buyer. Gives the impression of a stylish jet setter, up in age, who kind of, sage, know-it-all, relationship advice, business consultant. These are all the things that he says he is and presents to be. And so in this one video that went viral, a young lady calling for advice called his show, and he's featuring her video live, and he summarily dismisses her. Based on, so I guess the context of the conversation was the type of men that she would like. And his response was, well, you're not qualified to go after those men. And neither are women who look like you and are in the same station as you in life. And that took the internet in a tizzy, a frenzy. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to watch it. Oh, I got to get Lord Jamar back. I left that out. I'm reading. I see y'all. Yeah, I got to say that.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
All right. So, we're gonna talk about it because we haven't talked about it. We kind of avoided it because it wasn't really in my wheelhouse on the type of things that we go through on the show, but it was highly entertaining. I've seen 1,000,001 opinions since it's happened. Again, it's another thing that has polarized Black people, split down the middle. We've had some interesting perspectives and some takes on it, so we're gonna get into that today. But let's just show it for those who have. There are some people who have not seen it, so we're gonna watch a little bit of it. Now, listen, don't take this seriously, please. This is not the show for that. We don't do the whole you get in your feelings and get emotional. And if you feel easily triggered at at commentary and opinion, just look away now. All right. So take this for what it is: a homogenous dude giving advice to a insecure lady with low self-esteem. That's basically what it was. And by homogenous, you know what the fuck I mean. All right. Because he's very homogenous. He's very. Don't even play like he ain't. All right, so here we go. Let's watch it together.
I honestly want a six-figure guy. Is what I'm realizing.
So she opens up.
And that's my point.
She opens up saying she wants a
ladies
six-figure
all
guy.
Feel like, listen.
Here we go.
You ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like,
all right, you can hear him, right? Just want to make sure y'all can hear him.
yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
He's trying to be polite.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so?
I like his setup. He need a little bit more light. That candlelight, a little homogenous. But the little thing on the left, that don't fly.
I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one on you lies.
Ooh.
No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Uh-oh.
Yes, I can.
Here's where it goes south.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10?
She should have
used 7.
She should have never answered
Would I
this.
rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
All right, first of all, hold on. I gotta stop. This is no wait. Who says that? Who among you? Who's answering that question that way? You immediately showed yourself to be insecure. Blood in the water. All right, this is where it goes left. So hang on for the ride. It gets worse.
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay, so that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So
did you I mean, stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman.
She's texting.
Both really young.
She's not
built his way up.
She's not paying attention.
Man earning the kind of money you're talking about,
and it's going to cost her.
Go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average. So
you weren't paying attention.
Ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, let me move forward. I got to move forward. There's a couple of other key. Let's see. Let's move forward. Let's see where we go right here.
And that's an average guy.
Her friends are hitting her now.
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone.
Oh, jeez.
Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am.
Oh, jeez.
You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone. Straight up.
Jeez.
Because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for.
Ooh.
The only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina.
Oh.
But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities.
Okay, let's pause it right there. Okay. He said a lot so far. Now you gotta go watch this on your own time. You got to do your Googles. There are a lot of people in their feelings, man. And so I wanted to get somebody on the show to kind of talk about it from a unique and unusual perspective. So let me go ahead and make this call right now. From a unique perspective, because whether you agree or disagree, the agreements that I've seen coming from women have been few and far between. And so we were able to, let's see here, see if we can invite a woman who agrees with Kevin Samuels on the program.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to Let's Go Live. Is this Jay?
Yes.
Hey, welcome to the program. Good to see you. All right, look. So we're gonna make this easy because I know you said you were apprehensive about coming on and you were shy. And again, no one that knows you believes that. So we just gonna get into it. All right. So did you see the whole segment?
No, I only saw what you posted, and that was enough.
Oh, okay, that was enough. So have you seen the feedback and the commentary on social media?
I've heard a little of it, but I think people are just so unrealistic, especially women in our society. We're just so unrealistic. She said, well, I had a few questions. Is she a single mother? Is she a six-figure woman? What is she actually bringing if she feels that she should have that?
Okay, so the broad and short of it is you agree with Kevin Samuels. Now to answer the questions, she claims to be a six-figure woman. So she has her own business. She has a 13-year-old son, and I do believe she's a single mom. But in his criticism of her, he says her expectations are unrealistic. And you agree. Tell me why.
Because, she's 35. That's kind of up there. So that's aging out a little. And she's not like drop dead gorgeous model or something where men pay for that, So it just makes sense what he's saying.
You saying drop dead gorgeous when men pay for that. So you believe that men who have money are only interested in companionship that looks a certain way. You don't believe that older men with money, when they go for suitability, if you will, they're not looking for genuine, real people who may not be as high on the look scale.
Well, not all men. I'm speaking just in general, not absolutes. So
Okay.
When it's older men that's already run their course, maybe they'll settle down with an average decent woman. But if it's men that are, really well to do and it's about money and they know that's what it's about, they know the game, why would they just, get with an average woman when they don't have to?
All right. So what do you consider average? Like she gave herself 5. I don't know anybody that, if asked, is going to give themselves 5.
A 5.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's going to do that. Even if you don't mean it, even if you know and it's been proven not to be true, no one's going to give themselves a 5 off the rip in this type of conversation. So what do you consider average?
Definitely a 5 would be average on a scale of 1 to 10, but it depends. It depends on the person and their lifestyle and, I guess what they're bringing to the table, I guess, for a relationship or whatever they're looking for from that person.
Now, so all right, in you're a world traveler, of course. You fly on private jets and all that. And
No.
I'm just messing with you. In your experience, do you think that his assessment of women in her age bracket with a 13-year-old son, um, single, whatever have you, living in North Carolina, do you think they have the chances that he says they have or don't? What is when you open up by saying women can be unrealistic? What do you mean by that? Explain that.
I think his assessment was pretty much right. I don't know where in North Carolina she lives now. She was. It just depends on where the person lives and the men with the money that she's looking for. I doubt if they would be looking for her age with her situation.
Mm,
I
mm,
mean, my opinion.
your opinion. So she said she would be unwilling to submit if she couldn't find someone in the financial bracket that she preferred.
Well, she is getting older and she may die alone if she doesn't just be a little more realistic in her expectations. I mean, where's she looking? One, what circles is she around? Does she, what does she do? What does her lifestyle consist of?
Uh, Yeesh. Now this is an unpopular opinion because this is coming from a woman I've seen on Twitter all weekend. Really, I don't think I saw one woman agree with his assessment of her. Now I don't know if that's a
Why not? I mean, that's
protection. I don't know if
because
that's a protection girl code thing, black girl magic type of deal. We must protect black women, but you're the first one.
I don't think so. I know women that would agree with him as well. And like I say in the chat, you always have to think about in this society that we live in, being that us as women, we're not, held accountable for anything. Of course, we live in fantasy worlds. So when we say these kind of things, we think it makes sense until someone tells us otherwise, then we're offended.
Mm. Give me an example. Give me an example of women not holding themselves accountable and living in a fantasy world, because this is a new concept to me.
This whole thing, like for instance, not all women, but you have women that'll, oh, I want this man to have this, that, and the third. Yet the woman, when she comes to the table, she's bringing debt, bad credit, some other man's children, multiple men's children. Yet she wants a man that's gonna be all this great stuff that you're operating at a deficit coming into his life.
Mm.
So just my opinion again.
In your peer group, in your circle of friends, do you have what type of describe your peer group? Let me before that. Let me get some context on the follow-up question that I have for you. Your peer group, are you in? Do you hang out with like-minded sisters? Is it
Yes.
a sister circle, and y'all pretty much think the same along the same lines, same demographics, age group, all that?
Pretty much, yes. But
Do
they're married.
do you and the people that you associate with, do you feel like y'all hold yourselves accountable as women, as black women?
Absolutely, because we have to, and it's of course the upbringing as well. If I believe this isn't, science, but I believe if a woman is reared in a certain environment with men, especially her father in the home, and men and brothers and uncles and stuff that show you how to hold yourself accountable, then you're not out here lying, scheming, manipulating men with, child support or paternity or just vindictiveness and stuff. You're just not doing that. It doesn't cross your mind.
And the part about the fantasy, women tend to live in the fantasy world. How did you escape that fantasy world that the rest of black women are living in? No, we're here for success stories. We're here for success stories. We want solutions. This is why we're here.
As far as the fantasy world, I guess is upbringing you. I don't know. Your dad always tells you things realistically, I guess. When I was growing up, my dad always reminded me that the world didn't revolve around me.
Oh.
You have to think about other people, stuff like that. So I don't know. And also, I know when I was younger, my mom always would say, if you ever, have children and it don't work out, don't ever put a man on child support. You'll ruin his life. So I always kept that in my mind. Whereas though some people don't hear those type of things, but I come from old school parents.
Right. Now, when you say ruin his life, what if he deserves it?
Nobody deserves their life to be ruined.
Not really. I'm being facetious, but I'm saying if he deserves, hold up. That's another caller coming in. He may deserve to be put on child support as a way to hold him accountable. You don't agree with that?
Well, I have a different take on that altogether.
Okay.
Child support, I'm totally against it. I feel that child support should only be if a woman was married to the man. That's just my opinion. If the woman was married to the man, then yes, child support should come into play. But it shouldn't just be because you decide to have children with a bunch of people that you should get all these checks and stuff from the man. He can't get a passport, his driver's license gets revoked, he goes to jail, and then sometimes the child isn't even a man's and he's still stuck on child support. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is a whole nother conversation. We will have to line that up for another time, but I do appreciate your viewpoint and your perspective on this Kevin Samuels conversation. And thank you for being brave enough to come on.
Yeah,
and I'll release you back to the peanut gallery and you and enjoy that. Have at it.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Bye.
All right, there it is, y'all. Jay Lee, live from the peanut gallery with perspective, and we need perspective, man. We're adults here. We can have different viewpoints. A lot of people really don't want to admit that a lot of, there are people who believe what Kevin Samuels was saying to this young lady, and then she asked for it. She, her insecurities, once she exposed her own insecurities about herself, he was able to really hone in on that and really, cut to it. But there's some people who hold opinion that it was too strong and he was being abusive and all that. But he's a homogenous male, man. I think he's been around enough to know both sides based on the lifestyle that he portrays, that he presents or whatever, that he has a it's based in some amount of fact. A lot of times we don't like to hear the truth because the truth cuts. And so there's that. Hold on, let me see if I can return this call. Hey, Danny Green, I see you in the peanut guy. Hey, man, I'd love to hear your perspective, man. Call the number on the screen and jump on. Let's go live. Make sure. I only got one phone line, so don't get the trip. Yo, are you calling with an opinion?
Absolutely.
Okay, welcome to the program. This is Big Mac in North Carolina. Let's go live. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I wanted to get back onto that fantasy island because it's something that my father used to bring up to me all the time. Talk about getting out of fantasy island, and it's something that, as Black men, we are taught early and often how important it is for us to be grounded in a reality that lets us see what's going on in the world as a defense mechanism against things that are out there that are attacking us and our families. So as a homogenized male, we see things a little differently than this jaded, sometimes not quite there in reality. It's not just about finances and looks. It's about emotional support. It's about things that Black men have to deal with that Black women aren't ready to understand, that supersedes some things, some wants, some desires of what you want in your relationship, not just financially, not just the 6-figure income, the cars, the house, not just that, but certain things in the relationship base level that they don't understand as people who can't live in Fantasy Island. We got to do something a little different.
Now, super valid. All those are very valid. I do want to just add a little clarification. So when I was calling, because I see how you took homogenous and used it, you used it correctly in a sentence. I was actually using it incorrectly. I was calling him a homosexual. So, but I was trying to do it. Yeah, trying to do it
I don't get homosexual
from
for
him.
dudes. You know what I get from dudes?
You don't?
No. You know what I get to do? Retired pimp.
But okay. Oh, so let's go there. Let's go there. I have a theory. I've watched a lot of pimp documentaries. Pimps, the old school kind, they're notorious women haters. And they're notorious women haters mostly because they're homosexuals. That's a theory I've been holding on for about 2 decades.
They might have some things going on, like
Don
conflict.
Don Juan was homogenous. He was homogenous. And a lot of times, if you break down, because I do see retired pimp or wannabe pimp in Kevin Samuels, but if you break down the demeanor, the attention to style, and just the disdain for femininity and womanhood, you see, it peeled the layers back. He comes off to me as somebody.
Here's the thing. I don't think homosexuals have a disdain for.
Well, not all. That's just me. I don't think that's something that's built into them. No, but okay, that may be true. So let me clarify. Somebody that's hiding it.
It might be built into pimps. As a part of the pimp platform, that might be something that's taught to them and ingrained in whatever they, coming up. Most pimps. Yeah,
but listen where I'm going.
Know some hoes.
But listen where I'm going, right? Yeah. The woman hating part is a layer for somebody that's trying to hide it because women are competition. So if women are your competition, you're going to be female-like. You're going to be catty. That's just how I see it. That's how it comes off to me. That's how he comes. But whether he was right though. He was 80% right though to me. I mean, it was some harsh.
No, he wasn't 80%. He was 100%, and she's 100% delusion.
Oof.
I mean, first of all, she's not a 5.
Uh-oh.
Let's start there.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to play this. What is she? What is she?
She's a 4.3.
Oh, geez. She said she wakes up at a 5.
She got all the A's and the grades and everything, but really, there's no, that's base level.
All right, so
she's not.
Let's do this. What are you basing that on? Are you just are you scrutinizing her appearance?
It's the whole package. It's the whole package. Okay. For me, like I said, for you to even be able to open your mouth and say certain things a certain way, that's part of that. It's like, hold up, you're not done.
Yeah,
you're not done. We need to throw you back in the oven. At 375 for another 30 minutes or so because you're not done.
Now
so she's not a complete product.
Now you know what's funny about this. And none of this to me, none of this is being mean. This is just people's opinion or whatever. But Corey Holcomb has made.
No, I'm being mean.
Oh, okay. Damn, I don't have no disclaimer. The views expressed, I don't really have that, so I'll just let it fly. Corey Holcomb, comedian, has made a career on taking the same thing that Kevin Samuels says and put it on stage and making it funny. Like the outrage.
He takes it to an extreme. He takes it to an extreme.
Oh,
this is not extreme.
No, by no stretch. That's what I'm saying. He made a career out of it though, and women, for the most part, find him funny. Up until recently.
No, they find him sexy. It's a difference.
Oh, okay.
It's a difference.
School me.
It's a difference.
School me.
Corey Holcomb is not funny to them. He's sexy. And part of that is the fact that he can command laughter. He can command a certain thing going on, but that's not. And that's a totally different thing.
You know what?
Funny
I disagree. And now I don't want to get into a man judging man conversation, but I'm gonna tell you some game that I was given in Hollywood when I first got there. Now, Hollywood is a weird place anyway. I had some real abrasive material when I first came out because that was what I thought of, and that's how my brain worked. I was told by managers, producers, casting agents, they said, change your material or you're not going to go anywhere. And I couldn't understand why. until my like my second or third manager, who was a black woman, said, because you're halfway decent looking, you cannot say stuff like that because the audience will not believe you. Then she pulled out a notebook and went down the line of comedians who do that type of style. And she said, they all get a pass because women don't find them attractive. So I say that to say he's been able to do that, not because women find him sexy. He's been able to do that because they don't. He's been able to do that because they don't. Because if I went up and
I think you get me confused with TK, but that's just me.
I'm talking about Corey Holcomb.
I know.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you're talking about. I think you're confusing him with TK.
No, I'm not. I know. I used to roll with Corey. I used to hoop with Corey. I used to know his material back and forth. Corey was like an early influence because he was so real and to the point. But I had to learn a valuable lesson that I couldn't do that because it wouldn't be believed. It would be if I get on stage and I say how, bitches do this and bitches do that. She was like, my manager said, you're just going to be seen as mean because you're halfway decent looking. This is her words, not mine. You're halfway decent looking and you don't have those scenarios happening to you. Then nobody's going to believe it. And I'd be like, no, this is crazy just because bitches be. And she was like, it's not going to work. That's not going to be authentic material coming from you. And it's real. And she pulled out the joint and she was like, look at these comedians. This is how they do it. Look at these. This is how they do it. And these are, are successful based on looks. And these are blah, blah, blah.
So you had to turn it into Pierre. I understand.
Right. I used to do a joint. I said, because back to one of your earlier points about unrealistic. I used to do a joke saying, I said, women always talking about, I said, women don't know what they want. They always talking about they want a man that's 6 feet, 6 figures, and a 600 bins. I'm like, bitch, that's 666. You want the devil. So, but it was like, she told me, she was like, stuff like that. You can't do because I'm in the audience watching you and I'm not going to believe that you have those problems. So it's even the reason why I bring that up is because I'm saying how you view this man, Kevin Samuels, not you, but the audience, how you view him affects what you think about what he said.
But that's with everybody.
Right.
That's anything and everything.
Yeah. But he and we're all inside. We're all in the house. So all we have is time to scrutinize and judge. So you got Twitter going in, picking him apart. I watched a video today where the dude just went in on it was at his job and his credit report and he ain't who he say he is. And I was like, damn, all that? Because he told her that she was average at best and was going to die alone.
He did not tell her she was average. He told her that because she said that she was average, she ain't ready for what she asking for. And that's fact.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, man, I appreciate the call, man. Big Mac out of Carolina. Always a pleasure.
All right, man. Be easy.
Yeah. All right, the phone line is open, man. The number's right there on the screen. Kevin Samuels, man. Let's that was a good rap. Let's watch a little bit more of this. For those of you who haven't seen, if you got an opinion, jump on in, man. Hold on.
And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average.
She's still not paying attention.
And your reality of your life has showed you that.
So he's going to keep going.
You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you. See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 foot, 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, man. No.
That sounds familiar.
Most people get average people, especially average people. And you're an average person. I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You got a pet grooming business.
Now you smashing her because she not dialed
You're
in.
making 6 figures for the last 3 years. Okay. But if I'm looking at you, if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair,
here we go.
What do you look like under there?
Oh, it got real.
I mean, I look the same.
Now she's defensive. Now she's defensive.
If you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
I'm sorry?
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
No, you don't. She talking to her friends.
What is your advice for women that?
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me. This is why I always recommend you need therapy.
Oh, here we go. Now it gets
you
bad.
You seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being. Don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here, and I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. Tired of doing this shit.
Yeah, she asked for all that towards the end. All right, there it is. Very interesting, man. Compelling, if you will. I saw a good comment real quick. C. King said that white women score money cats, older money cats, and they don't be bringing nothing to the table. So something else is going on. Good point. I'll allow it. All right. If anybody else wants to jump in, the numbers right there. Also, this just in. Junkin' Fruit is running a sale on all holiday bundles, duos, and trinket bundles, 10% off when you just send them an email, place an order, and say you heard about it on Let's Go Live with Lamont King. All right, next story. Y'all been good. Hey, we moving right along, man. Good to see ya. Oh, I thought this was fun. Where it go at? Oh, I ain't even, did I say? Oh, I did, yeah. Okay. So here's another something. Your people, man. Like I said, we inside, we ain't got nowhere to go. Some of us is all frazzled and all stressed out. 10 months of this shit just, really got us feeling the kind of way, and people don't know what to do with themselves. But I had to put this up here, man, because I'm 100% in favor of this. And I really call hell today for posting this. And listen, I got to say, 100% in favor. I mean, forget what I said last week. I was, I was uninvolved. I was unlearned. I was indoctrinated. I had to break free and open my mind a little bit because I was being a little narrow-minded. So this is my position, man. And this is, and I stand by it. And if you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm 100% for this. 100% for this. What you see on your screen. And it's not backtracking either. It's just you gotta be smart. You gotta know what you want, and you gotta be willing to take that chance and commit. And I really called hell on Twitter, and people was always, in my DMs today on Instagram when I posted this, and it was like, how could you? Your voice is too big, and you're influential, and people listen to you, and you contradicting what you said on the show last week. And I'm like, it's not none of that. It's like, if we don't believe in what you see here on this screen, then you don't believe in anything. And I think the only way we can get back to normal is, 2021, 22, whenever the world open back up, and for whatever reason, and man, we gotta travel, man. We gotta travel. I am 100% for mandatory vacations. Vacations. Hey, when I tell you, we are so off our noodle right now, man. We are so distracted and programmed and conditioned. People don't even, it ain't even misspelled. I am 100% for mandatory vacations. Niggas need to take a trip because everybody is gone cuckoo. Everybody gone cuckoo. We need time off. Y'all would not believe the hell I've been catching all day when I posted it. And I ain't even respond. I just been like, oh, all right. Yeah, I stand by it. It's a product. I stand by it. It's a brand name. Vacations. Just read. And this little exercise, this goes to show you like how gullible we are with all that other that millions and millions of items of content that we're consuming all day, every day. Showed you how gullible. One little misstep. They done activated a part of our brain that we don't even have control over no more. That's why I did this. That's the real shit. Like you're not even in control no more of your own goddamn brain. I mean, people were going off when I posted on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And when I tell you folks was furious. And I'm like, and I want to be like, did you read it? No, where we at? Did you read it?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. No wonder you get D's and everything.
All right, enough of that. I got a kick out of that today. I enjoyed that. A cutie pie. We need a Let's Go Live group trip. No, we don't. Been there, done that. Ain't doing that no more. You get sued once. That's all it takes. You don't need to do it anymore. All right. So I reached out to I won't be too much longer. I reached out to Ike Speaks because today is the deadline for Safe Harbor, and you probably saw a couple things happen today. Texas Attorney General was reaching out to get injunctions filed and suing 4 states that are certifying for Joe Biden the final electoral counts, and he's trying to sue to stop it. And then as of the beginning of the show, before the beginning of the show, a couple hours ago, I think it was Pennsylvania. Y'all can correct me. You can do your Googles. Supreme Court was like, nah. In Pennsylvania, you can't stop certification. We're going to keep going, keep moving right along, which is very interesting because you got, the last 2 people on the Supreme Court that were basically, Trump plants. But they gotta, for credibility's sake, they actually got to follow the law. And these last minute tricks aren't working. So I was trying to reach out to, we'll probably have her back on tomorrow or Thursday to kind of break down once the deadline is passed, Safe Harbor, and what's next. Because they are still trying. And the Georgia runoff, a damn shit show. The debates were a few days ago. Unbelievable what's going on down there. Craziness. So we'll talk about that. All right. Lastly, this is a story. I'm going to bring this in from yesterday. Hopefully we can read along. Because I really think this is something that needs to be talked about. Is people ducking it and acting like it ain't when it is. So I saw it in 3 more. I was always trained to check my sources, get at least 3 sources. So I couldn't, the website wasn't working yesterday, but this one is. So we're going to read along on the way out. So here's the headline. Again, same headline. Former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. And it's probably why he acts the way he does. If you think about it, if you go back. So very quickly, it was updated today. So this is a current story. A former Israeli space security chief has sent eyebrows shooting heavenward by saying that Earthling. Who writes this? This is great and bad all at the same time. Eyebrows shooting heavenward by saying that Earthlings have been in contact with extraterrestrials from a galactic federation. The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are here. Humanity is not ready yet. Who made that call? He said the UFOs have asked not to publish that they're here. Hey, just don't tell nobody. I know we got 2 heads and 72 fingers on each hand, but don't say shit. Keep it to yourself. Like what? Who made that call? Haim Eshed, former head of Israel's Defense Ministry Space Directorate, told Israel's whatever newspaper. The interview, it ran in Hebrew on Friday and gained traction after parts were published in English by the Jerusalem Post on Tuesday. He's a respected professor and retired general, and he said the aliens were equally curious about humanity and were seeking to understand the fabric of the universe. I don't buy that. I don't think they're equally curious. I don't think they're curious coming from wherever they're coming from and when they're coming from, because I do believe in time travel. I don't think they're equally curious. You can pay me to think that I don't want to say higher form. They should have to be. They would have to be higher intellectual beings. They would have to be by definition, right? Okay. Yes, we'll say that. I don't think that somebody with their level of intelligence is as curious about us as we are them. If they know more, they're not curious about the lesser species. I don't know. That's a tough one right there. I ain't buying it. I can't see what y'all saying because I'm on the page. Let me see if I find something interesting, because it was something interesting in the article that I couldn't pull up yesterday. Oh, here we go. NASA spokesperson says that although we have yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life, NASA is exploring the solar system and beyond to help us answer fundamental questions, including whether we are alone in the universe. All right. Who among you believes that? No one. No one believes that. No one. I don't. They just had the largest telescope in what was Brazil, Puerto Rico, and that joint just collapsed on itself and is like damaged beyond repair after being up for like 50 years out of nowhere. No wind or nothing. It's just like completely destroyed. And that was the joint that they used to do your Googles, to listen into deep outer space, where they based the movie Contact. So we don't know if we're alone in the universe. All right, there's that. I just wanted y'all to see that in case this week at some point, we heard some wildness. And because again, man, I believe that little stretch, they're going to give us Christmas. They're going to let us have Christmas incident free. It's going to be trauma free. It's because that's good for the economy. But that little stretch between Christmas and New Year's, it's going to be a little tricky. It's going to be a little tricky. 10% off. Jungle Fruit holiday bundles, duos, and trinket bundles. All right.
How did they smell?
All right, there we go. We've reached that time, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what y'all talking about on the way out. Peanut Gallery, salute to you. I appreciate y'all. You're always on your job. To our guest, Jay Elite, wonderful, absolute. And Big Mac out of North Carolina. Haynes says, I don't believe in aliens. Okay, good luck with that. I believe that's sarcasm. And let's see, who else? Anybody else saying anything important? Coach Ken, that was trending on Twitter yesterday. I stopped at Galactic Federation. It's always the names. The names are always stupid. Oh, you know what? Speaking of names, I had a conversation with a close relative about Grandmaster Jay from the NFAC, the Not Fucking Around Coalition. He was recently arrested, and the conversation was about whether or not he's an insider or, for lack of a better term, a double agent. I have my position on that. Maybe we can talk about that tomorrow or Thursday, because I always say that the dead giveaway for when you're reading a story on how much shenanigans is involved in the story is the name. Galactic Federation is a dumbass name, and Not Fucking Around Coalition is a dumbass name for a black militia group. So I just want to let that be said. We'll have more on that later. Get your opinions ready. Bring some people to the show. And on that note, Paul says, we need Black Nativity. COVID edition 2020. I've been writing a church play regarding the Black Nativity for a few years now. And every year we kind of add different scenes to it. The COVID edition may it may have to happen. And what the Black Nativity is about those years of young Jesus, the stories that don't get told about teenage Jesus, when he was about 16 or 17, and he had a really bad attitude. He had cornrows. He used to sag his robe, mismatched sandals, and talk back, and he had a really foul mouth. And all he wanted to do was stay in his room and play the board games all day and night. And so that's a story that rarely gets told in Black Nativity. I think that needs a teenage adolescent, rebellious Jesus. His story needs to be told. So we may have to bring that back, Paul Bullard. I appreciate you for even bringing that up. That story needs to be told, man. Rebellious Jesus. You know it existed. He was 15, 16. He was strong, rude, thought he knew everything. He used to do push-ups all the damn time. He didn't like take showers. Like that story needs to be told. We're going to act like it didn't happen, but no. Maybe I'll call up Lifetime. All right. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Drunken Fruit is running a sale. Make sure you email them. Roland Martin, I appreciate you, but we had a lot of callers today, and they really I wanted to get their perspective, and we'll save yours for later. Everybody else, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Hope to see you. Bring somebody. They'll enjoy it. Other than that, man, stay out of trouble. Be safe. Cover your coughs.